Welcome to this video mini lesson introduction to student-centered learning. In this video, we will use the Freyer model to provide an introduction to student-centered learning. The Freyer model frames concepts by providing a definition, characteristics of the concept, and examples and non-examples of the concept. Let's begin with a definition. Student-centered learning is an approach to teaching in which the instructor serves as a facilitator who promotes student construction of knowledge and development of skills through active learning experiences. Now let's examine the characteristics of student-centered learning. The learner-centered paradigm is often compared to the teacher-centered paradigm. In the learner-centered paradigm, students construct knowledge through gathering and synthesizing information and then integrating it with the general skills of inquiry, communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and so on. Also, in student-centered classrooms, students are actively involved, and the emphasis is on using and communicating knowledge effectively to address enduring and emerging issues and problems in real-life contexts. In learner-centered classrooms, the professor's role is to coach and to facilitate, and this professor and students evaluate learning together and learn from one another. As such, teaching and assessing are intertwined. An assessment is used to promote and diagnose learning. The emphasis in learner-centered classrooms is on generating better questions and learning from errors. Desired learning is assessed directly through papers, projects, performances, portfolios, and the like. A learner-centered approach is compatible with interdisciplinary investigation, and the culture in such classrooms is cooperative, collaborative, and supportive. Professors and students learn together in such environments. The teacher-centered paradigm may look like this, while the learner-centered paradigm may look like this. Again, the teacher-centered paradigm often involves a teacher at the front of the room lecturing, and knowledge is passively transmitted to students. While in a learner-centered classroom, students collaboratively engage in intentional, active learning experiences to construct knowledge and develop skills. So we want to move away from this and towards this. Let's look at a non-example and example from a graduate course in educational leadership, ELC 660, School Principalship. One of the learning objectives of this course is to develop a balanced school budget aligned to district and school goals. Let's start with a non-example. The instructor assigns to students several readings on school budgeting, then lectures about how districts and states allocate funds to schools, what types of funds can be used for what, terms such as encumbered funds, and accompanying accountability requirements. Then students take a multiple choice test on what they have learned. Contrast this with a student-centered environment. In this environment, the instructor poses a problem. McNichol Middle School budget has been cut by 5% for the upcoming school year. Students are provided with budget documents and the school's improvement plan from the preceding year. They must devise a budget that reduces expenses by 5% while still implementing the goals and programs outlined in the school improvement plan. Students work collaboratively to develop a solution and then present their work. Teams compare their solutions and reflect on commonalities and differences. Student-centered learning can involve inquiry learning, which is often an umbrella term for things like project-based learning, problem-based learning, simulations, and case study method. Student-centered learning often incorporates student collaboration, small group instruction, rich discussions, and student-teacher conferencing. These are just some examples of approaches to student-based learning. Wayne W. Dyer once said, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." Let's change how we look at instruction and shift towards student-centered learning. Thank you.